In a controversial move, the state of Arizona is putting a pause on new home construction near Phoenix. The population of Maricopa County, which includes the Phoenix metro area, has skyrocketed by 15% in the last decade. Now there's growing concern that there is not enough water for Arizona's booming population. Joining me now to discuss a little bit more and discuss this issue further is Sarah Porter, the director of the Kyl Center for Water Policy, and Todd Sanders, the president and CEO of the Greater Phoenix Chamber of Commerce. Thank you both for being here.
Good evening.
Thanks for having us.
Well, Todd, let's go ahead and start with you. So new home construction now on pause in Scottsdale over water concerns. What have you been told, and how is the lack of water slowing down the Arizona economy?
Well, I think what has to be said here is that Phoenix is one of the fastest growing cities in the country, and the region here is going to continue to grow. And there's a good reason for that. In that when we look at water here in the Phoenix metro area, we're saying that there has to be a standard. The standard is that there has to be 100 years water supply when you're putting in new development. For the majority, for 99% of Maricopa County, which is the fastest growing county in the United States, that water is there. So the story, unfortunately, and what we saw from our friends at the New York Times, at least the headline was misleading. The idea that we were running out of water is absolutely, it doesn't actually meet the test of the facts, which says that for 100 years, 99% of the valley has all the water it needs.
So, Sarah, the state's recent analysis projects a water shortage over the next 100 years. What kind of impact are you expecting for Scottsdale residents?
You know, this new analysis really doesn't impact Scottsdale at all. It really impacts a far western suburb of Phoenix called Buckeye. And the impact will be that for developers to develop new home subdivisions, they have to come up with a supply of water other than the water in the aquifers underneath the subdivision. The analysis itself is a kind of nerdy model of demand in the next 100 years, and it's important guidance for Arizona to make sure that we're managing water in the aquifers sustainably. But the idea that it came up with a 4% shortfall in 100 years doesn't mean that we really expect that that will occur. It's really guidance for what we should do about that particular source of water supply. And just to reiterate, it does not impact the city of Scottsdale. It impacts the city of Buckeye in the far west.
So, Todd, there has also been a lot of new businesses coming to Arizona. How long can we expect a pause on new business construction moving forward?
Well, I think, like Sarah said, there is no pause in new business construction. What we're seeing, especially from big companies that are coming here, like TSMC, putting in a significant manufacturing facility here, they are going to continue to be able to continue to build here. Now, they're doing a lot of work to make sure that they are sustainable. But companies that are coming to Phoenix aren't in danger of having to stop what they're doing. Now, remember, we are the only state in the country that actually requires a 100-year water supply. Why? Well, because hope is not a strategy. We have a strategy that will ensure that when you come here, you're going to have water for 100 years, which really makes us the most competitive state in the country.
That really is fascinating. I had no idea. Water for 100 years. Sarah, question for you. So according to the Arizona Department of Water Resources, the state has nearly stored 3 trillion gallons of water for future use. That is equivalent to serving the city of Phoenix for 30 years. How do you think it will be before the state has to tap into that supply? How long do you think it will be?
It's impossible to guess because it depends in part on what happens with the Colorado River, which you were showing a few minutes ago. And basically that water is stored as a backup supply in case of a shortage for Colorado River supplies for cities. We had a good year of snowpack this last winter, and there won't be cuts in the water supplies that central Arizona cities need to meet demand. But cities in Arizona are always working to be prepared for potential shortage or potential cuts. Really, you know, the greater Phoenix area is a city that was built for drought. That we know we're in the desert, and so we manage water accordingly.
Todd, question for you. So what kind of impact could this have on Maricopa's counties, their real estate market, if any at all?
Well, hopefully, because of responsible journalism, like what we're seeing tonight, we're going to see an increase because people are going to know that when they come here, they can be assured that there is a 100-year water supply for their home or their business. And I think, like Sarah said, we're built for drought. So we have obviously the Colorado River, which is important. We also have in-state rivers. We have reclaimed water. So we really have sort of the trifecta. We take it very seriously, and we manage that water. So that's why you saw that this report. This is the gold standard. This is the gold seal of approval. And what you're showing right now shows that over time, we're using less water now than we did in the 1957, which talks about the ability to really conserve water and to use those sources of water in a responsible way, which in my mind is what companies want to see when they move here, and also people when they move to Arizona.
Sarah Porter and Todd Sanders, thank you so much to you both for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.